Akwa Ibom is a great place. You see, I will always champion Akwa Ibom State. See, we don't have any ideological problems. I'm from Akwa Ibom State. We're Akwa Ibomites. What's up? We do not have any ideological issues in Akwa Ibom State. We are peaceful. So that is why people in Abia, Ebonyi, Anambra, one of the main reasons they come to Akwa Ibom State is for peace of mind. So please come. If your areas or your region can't use you or doesn't value your investments, Akwa Ibom values, bring it to Akwa Ibom State. Help me and my investment and my team. Let us make Akwa Ibom State the greatest state, maybe outside of Lagos, in the country of Nigeria. You see, that's where you want to park your investment dollars, guys. You want to go and buy land in Akwa Ibom right now. There's plans in the future to eventually turn Akwa Ibom Airport into an international airport, but that's going to take some time because in order for it to be considered an international airport, you have to have customs presence. There's just so much that goes on. So Akwa Ibom, even though people are saying, oh, Uyo Victor Attah International Airport, it is not an international airport, it's a regional airport. I like the aspirational goal. I mean, I like the aspirational aspect of, but everything should not be international. For you to have a true international airport, it has to really be a true international airport, meaning you should be able to connect a flight. So for Akwa Ibom to be truly an international airport, it has to have flight connection capabilities. We are nowhere near that. Meaning I have to be able to fly into Akwa Ibom, fly into Uyo, then connect a flight from Uyo, not to Kano, but connect a flight from Uyo to, let's say, Ghana. That is what basic criteria of an international airport. You gotta be able to connect an international flight through that hub. And Akwa Ibom State is nowhere near that. So when you see Nigeria, Enugu International Airport, Akwa Ibom International, Uyo International Airport, Victor Attah, it's all aspirational. That is actually deception in a way. It should just Victor Attah Airport. Until you have the international capability, then you can see Lagos is an international airport because you can connect a flight from Lagos to other countries. I think Nnamdi Azikiwe also can be classified as an international airport because I don't normally fly through Abuja, but can you not connect a flight from Abuja to another country? So Nigeria, we're always good at just naming. We don't really put a thought process behind that naming convention. You know, something is not international, you say it is. So these southern states, guys, like I mentioned, the Enugus, Abia, Ebonyi, in my personal opinion, any state with that is under 10,000 square kilometers big should not have problems in Nigeria because it's small enough to police. It's small enough to manage. One governor can manage that whole state. But when you start looking at bigger states, you have anything more than like 20,000, and usually when 20,000 square kilometers, do you notice it's usually where the problem starts? Jigawa, Katsina, Sokoto, Nasarawa. Oyo is actually there. Oyo is 28,000 square kilometers. Benue is 34,000. They can't even farm in Benue anymore because the armed militants have taken over. Kebbi is also been in the news, guys. With school children being snatched up. Kwara, like I mentioned, Zamfara is up there. These all have one major thing in common, which in my honest opinion is the root cause. It's just the sheer land mass of these states. It's impossible to secure a state that big with the resources that Nigeria has. Are we truly there in terms of modern technology, drone technology, facial recognition? Even if we are there, we still need a trained workforce to be able to work those technologies. All the technology in the world, let's go back to Niger, is not going to secure Niger for the sheer fact that it's just too fucking big. And that's where they are hiding. So if you are picked up in Kebbi, because Kebbi shares a border with Niger, more than likely, you see, criminals, you got to take a path of least resistance. I'm not trying to coach you. I'm not a criminal. I'm a law-abiding citizen. But they always say now, to catch a crook, you got to think like a crook. If you were a criminal, won't you take a path of least resistance? I'll just cross into Kebbi State, pick people up, take them to Niger. A place that I know that the Nigerian law enforcement can't enter. Because you need local on-the-ground intelligence to be able to identify spots and identify high-value targets. The best people who can give you that information are the human assets on the ground, meaning people in that community. Because if I were an investigator, am I going to start investigating from Abuja? No, I'm going to get my team, go on the ground and start talking. See, that's what Green Berets do in the US Army. They blend in with the local populace. They eat their food. They learn their language. They gain their trust. And then they move based on that intelligence that they have from people on the ground. You see, guys, these media companies, Nigerian media companies, they only have a short little window for them to write their news. They only have there's only a certain amount of time for them, but they are not really going to break down the root cause. You think going around and bombing the forest is they're just going to, okay, fine, they might have some decoys there. Just build some fake decoys there. You just dropped a $1 million ordinance on a tent with nobody inside. And then you take a picture and a video, and then you're going to show the Nigerian people that, oh, you're doing something. It's not easy, though, to break states down. I just can't imagine how Nigeria was before. Remember, we went at 36 states for a long time. But we've been at 36 states now for quite a while. There are some states that's just too big to secure, too big to manage, that needs to be broken down. Niger is one of them. Borno State, second largest in landmass in Nigeria, 70,898 square kilometers. Borno State is. It is too big to manage.